Magic fans, I'm Beak and welcome back to another standard gameplay video. So the other day I was opening up some packs on Arena and saw I got a copy of a card I'd never seen before, never heard of, never seen played, and that is Illicit Masquerade. It's a 4-mana enchantment with flash. It says when it ETBs, put an imposter counter on each creature you control, or whenever a creature you control with an imposter counter and it dies, exile it, return up to one other target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I thought, this looks good. Potentially, you can get rid of a small creature and get back a big creature. And so I've tried to build a deck that does that. Now, the idea, obviously, we want to get cards into our graveyard with self-mill, and we do that by, we have one copy of Otherworldly Gaze, 1 mana Devour 3, so we can potentially put 3 things into our graveyard, and we can flash it back for 1 and a blue. 4 copies of Falahi Archaeologist. When ETBs mill 3 cards, you may put a non-creature, non-land card from among the cards milled away into your hand. If you don't, put a 1/1/1 counter on the Archaeologist. This is really good because 1, it's a blocker. 2, it's something that your opponent's probably going to kill at some point. So if you can get the Masquerade out with it, that's great. But also, if you mill a Masquerade, you can get it back. Now, it does show that your opponent will know what you're doing, but it's a great way to get around it. We have 4 copies of Cruel Summon of Phage, which has an adventure can't wake up, target player mills 4 cards, and then the Summon of Phage's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyards. Soul of a Lost as an additional cost to cast your spells, discard a card, sacrifice permanent. This is a great way if we have one of our big cards in our hand, we can get into our graveyard, and then its power is equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is equal to that number +1. This is going to be huge. Bit of Triumph works in the same way of we can discard one of our big creatures and then it destroys target creature or planeswalker. Urborg Lurgoyf, 2 mana, star, 1+star for a kick and a blue and kick and a black. When it ETBs, mill 3 cards each time it's kicked, so potentially up to 6, and then its power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in creature cards in your graveyard. Its toughness is number that +1. Liliana can come down, cause your opponent to sacrifice a creature. We can sacrifice our own creature if we want to, if that's a way to trigger Masquerade, because we can say play this on turn 3, turn 4, play a land, keep up Masquerade, sacrifice one of our creatures, get down Masquerade, get something big. It's not the best, but it does work. But also we can use it to discard one of the big creatures. Jace we'll be using for mill. We target ourselves and draw a card, or 3 cards if you have more than 20 cards in our graveyard, but also a bit of protection. And then the things we want to reanimate, Sheldred is just a great card. Drivnod, we want to reanimate because it's an 8/3 that can become indestructible, but also it doubles your death triggers, which is what Illicit Masquerade is. So if we have this out with the Masquerade, if one of our creatures dies with an imposter counter, then we'll get 2 of those triggers. And then things to get back, Bane Ripper, Toxrill, Tyrannax Rex, and a Troxer, and we have 3 copies of Virtual Persistence to do a similar thing. It'll just get big creatures back, and then some removal and life gain. So we are in 3 colours. Ignore the white in a Troxer, we're never going to cast it. Primarily black and blue with a splash of red, and our mana base reflects that. That's the deck. I'm not going to do a proper wrap up the end with win rates because this deck's just for fun, really. The win rate is not good at all, but I will do something at the end. The problem with this deck is, 1, it's slow. You need to get to a stage where you can have 4 mana, keep 4 mana up, and have a creature on the battlefield and things in your graveyard. With how how much removal is in the format. You play your Archaeologist, it gets removed turn 1 or 2. You play your Summon of the Phage, you play your Soul of a Lost, the same thing. And then there's times where you get to stage where, and there's one of the other problems is with things like Summon the Phage and Souls of the Lost, they can get shooed, which is great, but it makes your opponent not be able to kill them. Like if you're against Mono Red, if you've got a 6/7 Souls of a Lost, they're not going to be able to take it out with a burn spell, so they're just going to attack through it. And in one of in a few of the games that definitely happened. I'm sitting with a Masquerade in hand, and they're just their board's going wide. I'm like, just do something to kill it. And if I attack, they'll just either chump or not block and then kill me on the backswing. Which is why things like using Liliana or potentially Bit of Triumph If I was going to do it again, I might put a bit more green and ramp, because ideally what you want to be able to do is get up to 6 mana so that you can hold up, say, a Bit of Triumph and kill one of your own creatures, discard a big creature, then Illicit Masquerade. And because that's instant, you could do it at the end of their turn. But this is the one I've gone for now. Obviously, it's not rotation proof. A few of these things are rotated out. But I think it is something that can probably be looked at again, because the Masquerade's not. The Masquerade isn't rotating out at the end of July. So hope you all enjoy it. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my gameplay. Well, we have some Mill and Surveil. So I think this is an okay hand, and we are on the play as well. We'll Surveil with one of our lands. Sure, get another Cross on the page. They plotted their ruckus. Little Mill 4. We made a Vein Ripper. Obviously still looking for the Illicit Masquerade. That's going to be a problem. But we can get him to sacrifice it, so that's what we do.
Something suspicious is going on.
Obviously I expect...
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
They probably have a haste creature. They plot their alchemists. Yep, I like your souls. That was a bit of a waste, really, but I don't want to mill out souls, so I'll just play out Somnophage and discard a Lurgoy.
You won't be outsmarting me. Do not touch me again.
So let's virtue one of their alchemists. Let's turn the volume down a bit. And then I will Souls of the Lost, discarding a Lurgoy. And I'm actually fine not ticking up Liliana. Well, I'm happy double blocking. I don't think they've got much could kill both of these. Obviously they could kill one, which is fine. And that grows the souls. Well, let's Surveil again. Don't need one of those. Like, we just play out, mill and play out our Somnophage. then we tick up with Liliana, make them discard their last card.
Drop it.
And I think... No, I'm not going to attack because their Kamano has haste. They can take out a Liliana, but if they attack with all three, but then, yeah. Don't need another land.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Although I suppose we could have kept that land and got down Virtue.
You know, I think you look
Then
better
we
as a
can just-
corpse. Fine. I know when I'm not. Off you go.
Might as well get him to sack it because they could just take it out with the slick shot, and if they attacked with all. And we can obviously get back another Souls of the Lost. We'll just get back things every turn. No, our battlefield. We'll get back a Vein Ripper actually, because that can block their show off, hitting far too much lands. And I think we just start attacking. Obviously they have to block. I'm going to get this back just in case we mill. There we go, we do mill Illicit Masquerade. Well, even more land. And again, they need to chump pretty much everything. There we go. Vein Ripper doing the job there. We didn't get to see the interaction. One of the problems with this deck is you get your creatures which are so big they're hard for your opponent to remove. At which point, on the plus side, you have big creatures and can smash in like we did, but you know you get your Illicit Masquerade and you can't actually use it. We're on the draw, which is a shame, but otherwise we have a decent hand. Oh, against mono red, so that's going to be tough. Virtue's a good draw though. You don't usually see Voldo and Epicure in standard mono red. cracking the blood already. What have we got? We have a land which we don't necessarily need now. So being a 5/6 means it's going to be hard for them to deal with. I think next turn we virtue the chick. Gain back some life. They could kill their own chick to stop us gaining life, but that's not what I wanted to do. There's one Illicit Masquerade, and their souls is now a 9/10. So we might win this game without doing our thing, because it's going to be hard for them to kill a 9/10. That's annoying more than anything. So there's the Masquerade. So what I think I'll do is tick up. We will pitch our Somnophage. What do we have in here? We have a Vein Ripper. Only a Vein Ripper. They just got a Lightning Strike. I will hold back. And then what I can do is play the Masquerade. Make us sacrifice a creature. Sacrifice the Archaeologist, get back a Vein Ripper. Although we are in quite bad shape. I will get back my Vein Ripper, which has flying, so it can block their Phoenix Chick. See, if they have a Lightning Bolt, we're dead. The fact that they don't, well, the fact they haven't done it yet suggests that they don't. Are they going digging? Yeah, I think we're actually dead anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, our Vein Ripper didn't trigger because we were already dead. Well, we don't have any way to discard the Toxel, but we do have the Masquerade, and we can mill with the Archaeologist. Play out the Mortuary turn 1. See what's on top of our library. Our opponent's thinking about something. Like have another land. We do need another land for Masquerade. That's not going to grow this turn, so we'll play out our Archaeologist. Only thing in the graveyard is a Urborg Lurgoyf. We're against a Wolf deck. I don't see that very often. Well, I think I'll just Virtue the Naturalist. Still looking for the way to discard Toxrill. So, Liliana, bit of Triumph, Souls of the Lost. So we've got a fair few things. And next turn, I suppose we keep up the Masquerade. If they do something, we can at least get back an Urborg Lurgoyf. Although they might have a fight spell. But we do have 4 toughness. Is there one that gives Death Touch? Oh, just Rending Flame. Well, we can Somnophage. And cast it as a 5/5. Liliana's down there now, and so is Drivnod. Well, we won't be able to get Liliana back. I'm just going to keep up Masquerade. If I attack, I will definitely block. We're 2 lands away from being able to cast Virtue as well. Annoyingly, we don't. Oh, we do have 3 other creatures to give Drivnod indestructible. got something. Let's get back Drivnod. Let's double kick. Oh no, not that. Not seen a wolf deck in ages, and Tovolar is going to rotate. I wonder if they have Tovolar's Huntmaster. We'll do the Archaeologist and the Lurgoyf. I would like to hit another Illicit Masquerade. Yes, there is one. And obviously we can hold this up. Yeah, that's a good card. Oh, they're not doing it. It's a shame. Well, I'm just going to keep it up. We're 1 mana away from casting Toxrill as well. They're thinking about something. Triggers twice as well. I didn't realise that would happen. So yeah, so we didn't see us getting back our entire graveyard basically, and we didn't get us to see hard casting Toxrill, but almost. But we did the thing. We got Drivnod back. Which obviously Drivnod doubles the death triggers, so that's why we could have got 4 creatures back, although we only had 3 in our graveyard. 1 for each of the Illicit Masquerade, and then those are doubled because of Drivnod. we're on the draw. We obviously have mill. We need something to discard the Tox Reel and obviously the rest of our combo pieces. Bit of Triumph. Although if we're up against, yeah, we're up against Haughty Djinn, so I think this is pretty much a loss. Or maybe not. Maybe they're doing the combo piece. Do we just have to keep up Bit of Triumph? Have they got a Metamorph in there yet? No. I was meaning, how many lands have we milled? 4 is an ideal. There's no Metamorph in there still. Just going to keep up a Bit of Triumph. Remember when I play this deck, there's this weird issue of where you can only get one piece of your combo in the graveyard. There's the Metamorph. Do they have the... I can't remember what the spell is. It's not Savine's Reclamation. That's the one. Now the problem is, it's still a 9/9. But if I draw a land, I can get down 2 Somnophages. Oh, fine. Drew a land that... Don't need that. At least what we can do then is, assuming they can't do the combo again, if they crack in, that's fine. We can just keep up Masquerade and get back. I'm not going to block. Keep up Masquerade, get back Vein Ripper. Or maybe play out both Somnophages. I would like another Bit of Triumph. Yeah, because I think they've got the combo again. Well, if they've got the combo, we're dead. If they haven't got the combo, well... Oh, they can just cast Abuelo's Awakening, can't they? Yeah. Alright, well that was annoying. We needed another bit of Triumph. Well, we had one copy of Eye of Worldly Gaze, but no blue mana. I suppose we put back one of our Bitter Triumphs. Or I'll put back Liliana. No. We only have one thing we want to discard at the moment. Obviously we need to find more everything. This could be the artifact combo deck. Well, not really a combo deck. That deck hasn't got green in it, so I'm not sure what this is. That's a good draw. I'm going to keep up Bitter Triumph. Hope they put mana into Surge Engine. Discard the Toxrill. Another Toxrill. We do need mana for Masquerade. But we do have a Toxrill down there to get back. Don't kill it. Six, 7 is going to be harder to deal with. Maybe. Now we run into the problem of killing them, being able to kill the souls of the lost. I'm going to keep up Bitter Triumph and discard the Liliana. there's the glyph. What do we hit with Surveil? Another Surveil land. They might just be able to kill us anyway. I am very surprised. But yeah, all we need to do is swing out and we're dead. Literally. That's all they need to do. This is not a hard decision. Hello Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to the wrap up. So as I said, I'm not going to do win rates because we only won one game. We were close in a couple of other ones, and in one of them I know how Magic works, but we got Vein Ripper onto the battlefield, and if its triggers went off we would have survived, but that's not how it works, which is unfortunate. As I said in the deck, it's just a bit too slow. I think it would work better with some ramp. Unfortunately, I don't think there's ways to ramp and mill. Maybe Aftermath Analyst, but you need 4 mana to sacrifice that to get your lands back anyway. So you're gonna need to pay 4 mana to ramp. If you've got 4 mana, hopefully you have the Masquerade. But yeah, maybe I'll have a think and maybe I'll have another go. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.